All right, back again, my dear, to bring us hopefully some good news in the midst of Mercury retrograde and all of that.
Well, there are some things you could do with, and I guess the thing about Mercury retrograde is you have to realize is that we start a lot of projects, we throw a lot of ideas out and throw them up on the wall, and not all of them stick. So during the time Mercury is direct for that 90 days, you start a bunch of stuff. Not all of it's going to work. During the retrograde, the stuff that is not going to work falls off the wall.
Okay.
And so the understanding is that some things need to be modified, they need to be changed, they need to be altered, and it's a work in progress. So it starts on Friday, the 20th, and then it ends on September 13th, Monday the 13th. So
He didn't get it.
for all 12 signs, it's in the sign of Virgo. We are in Leo right now, so for Leos, it's about the money. It's a good thing you're not spending any money right now, because if you were, you might not get the very best deal. You might have to restructure it, but it has to do with Leos in particular need to count their money twice and make sure that it all balances and make sure they understand what they're getting on the hook for financially. It's a matter of the Leo asking the right questions, because it's in their second house of money, and nobody likes it when their money flows out of their pocket. For Virgo, it is in their sign, so they have to be very careful not to be misunderstood. And Virgos make it a point to be pretty wordy and to have clarification, but for Virgos in particular, they need to make sure that when they say they're going to do something, they're capable of doing it. And things that they get into, Virgos find that anything is easier to get into than it is to get out of. For Libras, they have, I think, about the most difficult time with this because they get misunderstood. And Libras, they really want to please everybody, and they'll find that during this next 3 weeks, the person they really need to please is themselves. And not to try and undo their own efforts, because it's the 12th house of their own undoing. For Scorpios, their light-eyed, well-placed female friends help them out, which is a very cool thing. They get to reach, and Scorpios need to work in a team effort or a group effort rather than an individual one. And most Scorpios are loners, so they're going to have to overcome that natural inclination to not only ask for help, but be help to other people.
Okay.
Sagittarians, 10th house of career and public standing. Communications about your career, your professional life start on Friday to unravel. So whatever you've been working on for the last, 90 days or so, you get to work out the bugs in it, but this is strictly in a professional way rather than a personal way. And if I were you, I would wait to hear what they had to say, and then I wouldn't make any kind of decision until the 13th, because that's when you'll really get a straightforward plan about a career matter. For Capricorns, legal, educational, and travel matters are on their mind, and some kind of educational ruling or legal ruling, there's some kind of reversal that changes things for the Capricorn, but it is for the better. This is, they're one of the few signs that are really going to benefit from this Mercury retrograde. It works out fairly well for them legally and educationally. For Aquarians, it again, much like Leo's, got to count their pennies. It's a matter of the nickels and dimes do add up to dollars, and a small mistake for an Aquarian over the next 3 weeks or so financially, thinking that they have a resource they may not have, can really snowball into big trouble.
Gotcha.
So they need to take exquisite care of their accounting. For Pisces, their partner's got a lot to say, and they're going to be saying it over the next 3 weeks or so. And the Pisces is not going to be able to refute the specifics of whatever it is the partner's accusing them of. So roll over, say you're sorry, and you'll never do it again. Is the best thing for Pisces. For Aries, work situation changes for them. Not their profession, but where it is they do their job and the manner in which they do their job. It's almost like Aries are getting either new marching orders or new operating instructions, and they are going to have to accommodate that in their life. And also, Aries, if they have any kind of health matters, I would get a second and maybe even a third opinion before I went forward with it, particularly because Virgo, they might make a mistake on a teeny detail that'll make a big difference. For Tauruses, just want to have fun. Their emphasis this month, over the next 3 weeks, are on children, lovers, things that they love, ideas, children of the mind they give birth to, and that will be in fits and starts as well.
Okay.
For them. But the end of it means a pretty good time for Taurus, because they end up getting their love needs met. For Geminis, it's all about their home. They need to clean up their home, straighten out their home, get something straight at home. It's the details at home that they have not been attending to that they absolutely need to, and that's what this energy is for. And then for Cancers, the pace of their day-to-day living picks up, backs off, picks up, backs off. They've got 2-3 things going on at the same time, and Cancer really needs to prioritize and also learn how to say no when they need to. And for the Cancer, they got to remember the devil is going to be in the details for them. So
Gotcha.
That's tomorrow's news today. We got 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde. Don't sign anything, believe what you hear, begin anything, or write anything in stone when that planet is retrograde, because it will be done over again and repeated. So that's the news, and
We'll see you next Wednesday in the middle of Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, I know.